Let me tell you something nobody wants to admit. The world isn't falling apart. It was never put together properly in the first place. We live in a giant cosmic circus run by incompetent clowns, supervised by blind managers, funded by desperate audiences, and performed by people who somehow believe they're the smart ones. Oh yes, ladies and gentlemen, congratulations. You're starring in the greatest show on earth, and the best part? You're not even on the payroll. You pay them to attend your own humiliation. Take modern society, for example. Every single day, people proudly march outside proclaiming themselves free thinkers, yet these same geniuses need an app to remind them to drink water. That's right, humanity can split atoms, but apparently cannot remember basic hydration. The Romans built aqueducts, we build push notifications. Progress. Then there's the economy. That magical fantasy land where numbers that don't exist are traded for things you'll never own because the bank owns you. You've got inflation, deflation, recession, depression. It's like the economy has mood swings and we're all forced to pretend it's normal. Don't worry, folks. The market is correcting itself. Oh, great. The invisible hand is drunk again. Somebody get it? A taxi. And have you noticed how everyone is busy? Busy doing what? Reordering their desktop icons, updating their profile pictures, watching 6-second videos about people who are even more useless than they are. Society has two modes now, scrolling and sleeping. And most people scroll until they fall asleep, sometimes face first onto their phones, which is really just nature trying to unplug them manually. But no, we insist we're evolving. Of course. Because nothing says evolution like arguing with strangers on the internet over things neither of you understand. People used to fight for land and survival. Now they fight for likes from people they'll never meet. You can't make this stuff up, but humanity keeps doing it anyway. And let's not forget the politicians. Ah, yes, the circus's headlining act. A group of professional liars trained from birth to smile while committing verbal vandalism on your brain. They promise change, hope, progress, but somehow the only thing that ever changes is your bank balance, and it always goes in the same direction, down. Meanwhile, these clowns get paid 6 figures to argue about whose turn it is to pretend to solve problems. We treat politicians like priests, celebrities, and prophets, all mashed into one. People even say, I trust this candidate with my future. Your future? My friend, you shouldn't trust these people with a pair of scissors. They'd hurt themselves. Or worse, they'd hurt you, but blame the scissors. And the funniest part? People still believe the system works. They think voting is sacred. They think their opinions matter. They think the folks in charge actually read emails from citizens. Let me clear that up. The only emails politicians read are the ones from millionaires. Everyone else is background noise, the ambient soundtrack of democracy. But hey, cheer up. At least you've got freedom. You're free to work, free to pay taxes, free to obey the law, free to pretend you have choices, and free to be completely powerless while believing you're the hero of your own movie. It's adorable, truly. Humanity is like a dog that thinks it drives the car because it sticks its head out the window. You're not driving, you're just enjoying the breeze. That's the world for you. A circus run by fools, defended by idiots, celebrated by the delusional, and funded by you, the everyday unpaid clown. Welcome to the show. You know what amazes me? Humanity's ability to worship absolutely anything. Rocks, clouds, statues, celebrities, cryptocurrencies, coffee brands. If it exists, someone out there is kneeling to it like it's going to grant 3 wishes. Take smartphones. These aren't devices. They're sacred relics. People protect them like newborn babies. Someone drops their phone and they dive for it like a soldier taking a grenade. They cradle it, whisper, please be okay, then breathe a sigh of relief when the screen is intact. Break your leg? Walk it off. Crack your phone? National emergency. And you've seen how people panic when their battery hits 10%. They start behaving like they're wandering in the desert without water. Where's the charger? Anyone got a charger? Quick! My digital soul is dying. 10% battery turns everyone into Shakespearean tragedy actors. But technology isn't the only religion. We've got the Holy Church of Fitness too, an institution dedicated to the eternal worship of protein powder and people who grunt loudly in public. Modern gyms look less like fitness centers and more like cult gatherings. You've got grown adults wearing shirts that say no pain, no gain, while doing exercises that cause only pain and no visible gain. Some people go to the gym for years and still look like their before picture. Meanwhile, they tell you they're building discipline. No, you're building membership revenue for the gym. And then there's the self-help industry, the temple of professional advice givers who have mastered only one skill, convincing you that you're broken and only they can fix you. They sell you books with titles like Unlock Your Inner Giant or Think Yourself Rich. Think yourself rich? Sure. And while you're at it, think yourself taller, younger, and smarter too. Thinking is free, reality is not. Look, if positive thinking changed money, every optimist would be a billionaire and every pessimist would be extinct. But the biggest idol, the one people worship with the most passion, is approval, validation, external applause. It's the new currency of the human soul. People don't do things because they enjoy them. They do them because they want strangers to click little digital hearts. Our ancestors hunted mammoths. We hunt engagement metrics. You post a photo and suddenly you're a Wall Street investor watching your stock rise or crash. Only 8 likes? Is everyone mad at me? What happened? Did I offend someone? People go into emotional meltdown because their selfie underperformed. And then you got influencers, modern day prophets of nonsense. These are people who film themselves opening boxes and somehow become millionaires. Imagine explaining this to someone from 100 years ago. Yes, he makes money by unwrapping objects and screaming enthusiastically. They'd assume civilization collapsed. But my favorite modern religion is productivity. The belief that humans must be constantly grinding, hustling, achieving. People brag about being exhausted. I only slept 4 hours last night. Oh, great. Congratulations on slowly dying. What do you want? A medal or a pillow? Some people treat burnout like a championship title. I worked so hard, I forgot my own birthday. You're not a hero, pal. You're a malfunctioning appliance. Face it, modern life is an altar, and everyone is kneeling before something. And the joke is that none of these idols care about you. Your phone doesn't love you. The algorithm doesn't love you. The gym doesn't love you. The self-help guru certainly doesn't love you, but he loves your credit card. Still, people keep worshiping, keep chasing, keep performing rituals of stupidity in a world that rewards distraction and punishes thinking. Welcome to the temple. Please silence your thoughts. You know what the biggest cosmic joke is? Hope. Humans cling to hope like it's a flotation device, but half the time it's just a pool noodle of delusion. We hope things will improve. Hope people will change. Hope society will wake up. Meanwhile, the universe is in the corner, giggling, whispering, good luck with that. People say, I hope the world becomes a better place. Really? Based on what evidence? Humanity can't even agree on pizza toppings. You think we're going to solve climate change? We can't even solve group chats. And don't get me started on how optimistic people are about the future. They imagine a utopia with flying cars, robot butlers, and universal peace. Here's a more realistic prediction. We'll get slightly faster phones, worse attention spans, more expensive groceries, and a brand new way to accidentally subscribe to something we don't want. But humans love the fantasy. They cling to it. It's adorable, like watching a toddler try to negotiate with gravity. And then there's the belief that humanity is smart. Oh, please. We invented cigarettes, reality TV, and people who clap when airplanes land. Some people believe the earth is flat, but trust their GPS. Some people think drinking bleach cures diseases. Some people think their dog understands English, but their spouse doesn't. Intelligence is not our strongest feature. But the funniest thing of all, humans think they matter. They really do. They wake up every morning and genuinely believe the universe has a special plan for them. A plan The universe doesn't plan, it barely organizes. Look around. The cosmos is a chaotic mess of exploding gas balls and rock collisions. You think that thing is scheduling your success story? Still, people believe they're destined. Destined for greatness, destined for wealth, destined for love. No, my friend, you're destined to search for your car keys 20,000 times and still lose them at least half the time. But maybe, and here's the twist, maybe the joke is the whole point. Maybe the absurdity is what makes life bearable. Maybe we laugh because crying takes too long. Maybe all this nonsense, the politics, the worship, the scrolling, the stupidity, maybe it's the soundtrack of a species trying desperately to entertain itself while floating on a rock in space. And maybe the real punchline is this. We keep going anyway. We complain. We rant. We scream at the void. But tomorrow we wake up and try again. Not because we believe everything will magically fix itself, but because deep down, humans are stubborn little comedians. They perform the same scene every day, hoping to get a laugh. So here's to the greatest circus ever created. Here's to the fools, the clowns, the dreamers, the idiots, the hopeful, the hopeless, the ones who know it's all ridiculous but still show up to the show. The world is insane. People are ridiculous. Systems are corrupt, technology is annoying, and the universe is laughing at us, but hey, at least the jokes never run out.